Now, from your breaking news leader with your certified most accurate forecast. This is 11 News at 9.
And coming up on 11 News at 9, the President is here. The Air Force Thunderbirds are ready to take flight. Nearly 1,000 cadets are ready to become second lieutenants. We've got team coverage for the 2023 Air Force Academy graduation.
Plus, the Denver Nuggets are making history tonight. The team's first ever NBA Finals appearance. We'll introduce you to one of the biggest fans as Denver gets set to take on Miami in Game 1.
And let's take a quick live look outside from our traffic camera. A live look at I-25. The presidential motorcade down I-25 just ended. You're seeing the end of it. The highway's been closed northbound for quite some time now, and of course we're going to track it live throughout the show. It is graduation day for the United States Air Force Academy.
900 cadets will be graduating from the Academy this morning. The President of the United States is right here in our community with a message for those cadets today.
Yeah, that's right. The Thunderbirds, they're going to soar through the skies to celebrate this milestone. The excitement and pride, it is here in Colorado Springs.
We just love it, and we have a look at all the celebrations for you. Let's go live to our reporter, Melissa Henry. She joins us live from Falcon Field at the Air Force Academy. Melissa, this is such an exciting day.
It certainly is, Katie, and things are already getting underway here on the field, as you can hear, I'm sure, in the background. But as you can see, the stands have filled in at this point with friends and family members of all of the cadets who are graduating in this class. Now, everyone at this point is really waiting for President Biden to arrive. As you guys mentioned at the start of the show, his motorcade is making its way here as we speak. And I did have a chance to talk to some of these families today about this exciting day for them and what this means. And a lot of them told me that this is a first for someone in their family to graduate from the Air Force Academy.
Our nephew, Ben Dufashard. He's the first actual grandkids of all of our kids that's in the military. It's my little sister's son, and she can't even talk. She's crying the whole time.
And that really is the sentiment that I got from a lot of the families that I talked to as they made their way in over the past hour or so, is just that this is a day of pride for their family. It's a day of excitement to see all the hard work that their family member, who is a cadet, has put into to get to this point today, to graduate. And we are waiting, as I said, for the president to arrive. Still, we know his motorcade will come onto the field, and we will let you know, of course, when that happens. Katie will be checking back in with you in about 30 minutes, but for now, live in Falcon Stadium, Melissa Henry, KKTV 11 News.
Melissa, love to hear from those proud parents. That is so cool. We'll check in with you in just a little bit. Love to see the blue too. Well, let's get back to our 11 traffic alert. There will be a lot of traffic this morning for families and loved ones headed to that graduation. This is a live look at I-25. Looks like they just reopened it, Tony, now that the president's motorcade went through.
Yeah, northbound starting to move now. It's been about half an hour. Oh, it looks like
oh,
we're just hearing from our producer.
Motorcade.
This is a live look at the
that.
motorcade going by. So earlier we had a shot at Woodman as it was passing by, and you caught the tail end of it. Now we're taking a live look at Interquest and I-25 northbound lanes. That's the closest to you right now on the left side of the screen. That's the motorcade that is actually going by right now. So one of those moments we're catching it live as the president's heading to graduation. So
there's several officers taking part, including CSPD officers who are taking part in this motorcade, and seeing quite a bit of traffic on the right-hand side of your screen too. That's southbound I-25. Let's sit here for just a moment. Is that the end of the motorcade? Looks like that is the end. There's some lights tailing off there. So President should be on time, it looks like, to Falcon Field then, which is exciting, but we know there's going to be some rolling closures for President Biden's motorcade after the ceremony too. They don't tell us the exact route, that's for safety concerns, so just be aware that those closures will take place throughout the afternoon. Now check this out. That is the moment that we are waiting for, Tony, the final toss of the hats in the air. Our chief photographer always gets that shot.
Gives me the chills every time I see it. I mean, it's just so awesome. The moment the cadets graduate and start their new journey forward, love it every single year.
I know, it's the most exciting part of the day for us. That's when you will hear those Thunderbirds roaring across the sky too.
Yeah, and we've got a closer look at the graduating class of 2023. There are 919 cadets graduating this year. 650 of them are men, 269 of them are women.
Many of them have parents who are alumni. 49 of them had one parent graduate. 6 of them had both parents graduate from the academy. There are also 3 sets of twins in this class. Well, our coverage continues now with this. The president right here in town this morning, like we've been saying.
Now, we were there last night when Air Force One landed at Peterson Space Force Base. I want you to watch this. Now, our cameras were rolling as Air Force One was wheels down in Olympic City, USA. There it is, taking off when the motorcade headed to the southwest part of the city, landing here.
Take a look at this video of the presidential motorcade. A viewer sent us this video. We're so glad to see your videos. You can see black SUVs escorting the President of the United States. There were also dozens of Colorado Springs officers on motorcycles too. We don't know, the White House did not confirm exactly where the president was staying, but our crew spotted heavy police presence blocking the area around Cheyenne Mountain Resort. We spoke with a woman who was excited to see the president pass by her home.
He smiled and he waved, and it made us feel good. And everybody was smiling, the press was smiling, and we got lots and lots of friendly waves from people.
All right, well, here's a look at the schedule for today's graduation. That ceremony starts in less than 20 minutes now. Hat toss and flyover will be around 12:15 to 12:30.
Now, a reminder, you do need a ticket to attend in person, but you can also watch the president's address and the ceremony online at KKTV.com. We're also going to be streaming the event on our Facebook page. Well, hey, let's switch things up and get to our no-wait weather with meteorologist Sydney Jackson.
Sydney, are we going to stay dry for the graduation, hopefully?
Guys, it looks like storms are going to hold off today until later this afternoon. Right now, though, we're seeing quite a bit of cloud cover out there this morning. The sun trying to peek through a little bit. We're checking in the 60s right now, so warming up for many, not feeling too bad right now out across the eastern plains. Some of us already in the 70s this morning. Now, I want to walk through that hour-by-hour forecast. Throughout the rest of the morning here, it's looking like we're going to be dry in Colorado Springs. So storm chances don't look that impressive. We should be just fine through graduation for the Thunderbirds as well. That changes, though, later on into the afternoon hours. We have a few spotty showers and storms ahead for southern Colorado. Not everyone may see a storm today, but we're going to see that daily chance in the forecast. Talking all about it coming up here in just a few minutes. Guys?
Hey, thanks so much, Sydney. Well, we do have an on-time 11 traffic alert. I wanted to give you a heads up that part of Powers is closed right now because of a crash. Colorado Springs police tell us they are on the scene near Constitution. You'll want to avoid the area as we work to learn more. I want you to check this out. An Olympic gold medalist got to take the ride of a lifetime yesterday.
Speed skater Apollo Ono got to fly with the Thunderbirds. Here he is getting ready for takeoff. He is the most decorated American to compete in the Winter Olympics. In 3 games, he won 8 medals, including 2 gold.
Now, after the flight, Ono met with Air Force Academy Superintendent Lieutenant General Richard M. Clark, congratulating the Academy cadets ahead of graduation.
This is not only a childhood dream for me, but it's also, I think, a bit of celebration, not only for this country, but for many of these others, these graduates that are about to receive their next path and journey in their life.
This has become a tradition since 2019 to invite an Olympian.
Now, you can watch the Air Force graduation right on our 11 Breaking News app. It's free to download. Just go to your app store. Again, graduation begins at 9:30 this morning with a flyover from the Thunderbirds immediately after the hat toss. We'll be right back with Nuggets coverage after the break.
Now to the Denver Nuggets, the other big story of the day. Tonight, for the first time ever, the Denver Nuggets will play in an NBA final championship game.
Yeah, I mean, come on. It's the first time in franchise history the team has made it this far. The Nuggets, they're going to face off against the Miami Heat tonight. They play on our home court at Ball Arena in Denver. It's going to be a fight to the finish, and Nuggets center Nikola Jokic says they're up for the challenge.
I think in the finals there is no favorites. this is going to be the hardest game of our life, and we know that, and we are prepared for that. We are preparing and prepare for that. So I think there is no favorites, and definitely I think we are not favorites in this series. I think they are not either. I think it's just the finals. You know, there is no favorites in the finals. My opinion.
Well, in my opinion, the Nuggets are the favorite.
I'm with you on that.
The Nuggets' run to the finals is such a big story for Colorado because it has never happened before.
Yeah, it's not just important to the former players and coaches, but also longtime fans. Alan Giannet has the story.
On a basketball court, the play this day after seemed a little bit more bold. And it's going to be fun to watch.
Oh my God, yes.
On a park bench nearby sits Moses Brewer, a longtime fan who's played the game. You played for DU.
University of Denver, came here in 1967.
A time when the Denver Rockets had just arrived in town as a team of the American Basketball Association. Was it a basketball town?
It was a beginning.
On the set of Xfinity Monday Live, Bill Hanslick talked about the heyday when Denver played in the ABA's last game.
ABA Finals, David Thompson, Dan Issel in that, but they were beaten.
They had become the Nuggets by then, so those Nuggets years started.
Yes.
And this city supported them.
The Nuggets always had a core group of fans, even when I played in the early 80s. Yeah.
Although more after the Broncos finished.
As soon as Broncos season was done, it was an automatic 18,000 every single night.
There have been good teams and great players, the Dikembe Mutombo years, the Carmelo Anthony years, but is Denver a great basketball city? Or are we becoming that way?
Hopefully you become that way.
Longtime fans think about Denver's sports identity. Broncos are first.
Right, that's true.
Nuggets are second. What do you think about that?
Even more so now.
Of course, tip-off for tonight's game is at 6:30, and our sports team, they're going to be there, and they're going to bring you all the coverage.
All right, Sydney has your forecast right after this. Go Nuggets. Let's go back live to Falcon Stadium. President Joe Biden just arrived on the field of the stadium there. Take a look at that.
Yeah, 919 cadets just waiting to graduate. Ceremony scheduled to start at 9:30. It might not start right at 9:30. We, of course, are going to stream this on our website, kktv.com. But again, we've got a lot of folks just playing the waiting game right now as the president rolls up.
Looks like that may be the limousine that the president is in. It's approaching the stage, and I believe he'll go behind that curtain there before he gets out and then comes onto the stage to give his well-awaited commencement speech.
Yeah,
Tony.
this will be his first as president, but it's actually going to be his third delivering the commencement speech at the Air Force Academy graduation. He did it twice as the vice president.
You were telling me that. That's so interesting. And I know typically we expect the president to get here every 4 years or so to come do a commencement speech at the Air Force Academy. I believe the last one was former President Donald Trump.
Yes.
And that was right before the pandemic. I want to say 2019.
Yeah.
I was out there for that. It was pretty interesting.
Nice.
So our crew is on scene. They're getting ready, and we'll check back in at Falcon Stadium in just a little bit, but the president will be speaking here soon. Let's go to check your forecast.
Hey, thanks so much, Tony and Katie. Well, this morning it's looking like we're going to stay dry across much of southern Colorado. We've had some cloud cover out there this morning. The sunshine trying to peek through a little bit, but through lunchtime, it's looking like many of us will stay dry. We can't rule out a few showers and storms later on today, but it's looking like these storms will not move in until once graduation is over with. So graduation should remain dry here throughout the rest of the morning into the early afternoon. Storms will be with us, though, into this evening. Spotty at best, though. Not everyone will see a storm for today, and we're also not expecting any severe weather for today. So that's some good news for us on our Thursday here. Later on this evening, it's looking like we will see dry time after sunset. Highs for today will reach 70s and 80s out across the eastern plains. 70s for Colorado Springs and for Pueblo. We'll make it to the 70s in Canyon City. 60s for Woodland Park later on today. Now we're also watching Fridays. We have more storm chances ahead for us for the first half of the day. Friday, we're dry with storms returning into the afternoon and evening hours, especially on across the eastern plains. They will remain spotty into our Friday as well. So not everyone may see a storm over the next couple of days, but those chances increase for us into Saturday and Sunday for the afternoon and evening hours. Storms will be likely, and we're going to feel a bit cooler into this weekend as well. So be ready for 60s Saturday and Sunday for Colorado Springs. We're going to hold on to those storm chances into next week as well. Pretty much that time of the year, that daily chance for some storms. Pueblo, Canyon City, we're cooling things down into the weekend. Back to the 60s and 70s with storms around. For Woodland Park, we cool things down to the 50s Saturday and Sunday. We'll hold on to those 50s Monday. 60s return by Tuesday. Tony.
Hey, thanks so much. Let's take a look at our pick of the day, and today it's going to be pictures, multiple of course. Our Thunderbirds photo gallery, it is growing. Susan Allison captured this moment, one pilot upside down over another. Then Bruce Houseknecht, of course, with the perfect framing coming up, mountain in the background. Brian Murphy, he snagged this up-close shot at Peterson Space Force Base yesterday. And then Reese, this next one, love that you captured the American flag with the Thunderbirds in the background. And of course, had to share that. Finally, Eric Simmons, getting the group breaking out of formation. Keep those Thunderbird pics coming. Just hit up our Facebook page, find these photos to check out the gallery, and go from there. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome on back now, 9:25. So let's take a look at what caught my eye this morning. And every time the Thunderbirds are in town, I'm filled with pride in our country, like so many other people are. I always have to pull up this video from years back. I had the opportunity, to ride in a Thunderbird. Old little Tony. This was before a performance in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I pulled 10 Gs, but I like to share my experience with our viewers because honestly, I know anyone would be honored to be inside a Thunderbird. And those pilots, they're among the most elite in the world. They don't just perform. If needed, they're ready to jump into action at a moment's notice for our country. And it's just one of those things that I'm so glad I had this opportunity.
You are holding on there.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was a scenic ride.
360 movement there, I see.
Yeah, do I look scared? I look a little scared. I survived.
You're just catching your breath, that's all.
That's so cool, Tony.
That is really cool. I'm too afraid of heights for that, but that's amazing. Well, this caught my eye. We are trying to help someone, and we need your help at home. Look at this. This is so cool. At the 1989 Air Force Academy graduation, someone came across this hat with the initials inside. Normally, if the initials are written in the hat, it means the person who threw it at the Air Force Academy graduation wants to get it back. KMJ. Now, Tony, you reached out to the Academy Foundation trying to track this down?
Yeah, you know, they've got the contact info for many of the grads. Our best guess is this hat belongs to Keith Marion James based on the 1989 program, but they haven't been able to reach him. We've got our viewers trying to help us right now, too.
I love this. This is where everyone can help. Go to our Facebook post. We'll post it in a little bit. Share it and help us find Keith Marion James or a family member. We'd love to get it back.
Yeah, use the power of social media for some good, people. It's really
easy. I believe we can find the person.
We can do it.
We can. All right, this caught my eye this morning. We are getting in so many great Nuggets fan photos.
Oh, cutie.
Including this one from Nicole. She said her little Nugget came early because she walked so much at a game on Christmas Day in 2019. We have so many great fan photos and stories that we're going to keep sharing throughout this week, so send them our way.
We're getting a ton, guys. It is
love
awesome.
seeing the Nuggets babies. Keep those coming.
Yes.
And we'd love to see what caught your eye. Guys, it's really easy. Just send us an email with your ideas, news@kktv.com. We'll be right back after the break.
Good morning. Thanks for staying with us this morning. I'm Katie Pelton.
And I'm Tony Keith. The Air Force Academy graduation is going to start any minute now.
We are so excited. The ceremony is supposed to start at 9:30 this morning. Let's go back live to our 11 News reporter, Melissa Henry. She's at Falcon Stadium for us. Melissa, what's happening there now?
Process in to signify the start of
Well, Katie, things are starting to get underway here, and you can see behind me that there are several members of the Air Force that are now on the field, and some opening remarks are made as the ceremony starts right on time at 9:30, which is what we were told was the schedule for today. You can see the President's motorcade over there in the corner them come onto the field about 15 minutes ago or so, and then one additional vehicle, part of that motorcade, made its way behind the stage here. So we are still waiting to see President Biden himself. At this point, remarks are being made by other leaders and other individuals, but we are again still waiting for the president to come out. But as far as we can tell from seeing the motorcade enter, he is inside Falcon Stadium from what we can observe at this point. And that's pretty much it. Just a lot of excitement. The crowd has calmed it down and gotten quiet to listen to this ceremony as it gets underway. So we are going to abide by that as well and let this ceremony take place and give it the respect it deserves. So we'll send it back to you for now. Katie?
Melissa, thank you so much.
Yeah, reminder, you can watch this stream on our website, kktv.com. Of course, the signal not the strongest. It's going to be packed out that way, but I'm looking at our signal online right now, really strong.
We want to share some more fun facts with you from this graduating class. After graduation, nearly 400 of those cadets plan to become pilots. 4 of them will be air battle managers.
Now get this, 93 of the cadets are going to be joining the Space Force. You can read more of the facts on our website again, kktv.com.
Let's get to your No Wait weather with meteorologist Sydney Jackson. Sydney, looking nice out there still.
Hey guys, yeah, happy to report right now we're seeing some cloud cover out there, still dry in Colorado Springs. It's looking like we're going to see dry time throughout the rest of the morning. This afternoon, though, storm chances will return. Right now, we're warming things up, even with that cloud cover around. We're checking in the 60s and 70s for many. If you're taking the dog out on a walk today, throughout the rest of the morning, things will be all right for us. But into this afternoon, that's when we do have some storm chances ahead for us. I think things will be fine here throughout the rest of graduation here into this afternoon for the Thunderbirds as well. It's looking like we should be dry. So some good news there. Later on today, I'd say around 2-3 o'clock, that's when we're going to see a better chance for some showers and storms around. Spotty at best, though. Not everyone will see a storm for today. We're not expecting any severe weather either, but we could see a few lingering storms into this evening and across the eastern plains especially. And we do pretty much have a stormy pattern ahead for us here for the rest of the weekend into this weekend especially. I'm talking more about your forecast coming up here in just a few minutes.
You're watching KKTV 11 News with Tony Keith, Katie Pelton, and meteorologist Sydney Jackson with your certified most accurate forecast. This is KKTV 11 News at 9.
Back to our Nuggets news now. If you are hoping to make it to Game 1 in Denver tonight, you still can, but it's sure going to cost you.
Yeah, okay, get this. If you want to sit courtside, you're going to be paying more than $26,000 per ticket. Oh, my voice just cracked. We just checked this morning. Courtside seats are going to run you $26,500 each. You could save a few bucks and get another courtside view for just 17,000 bucks.
That's nothing. If you're looking for the nosebleed sections, it's a little more reasonable. Not by much, though. Tickets anywhere from $600 and up. That's all according to Ticketmaster.com. If you do make the game, though, we want to see it. Send those pictures to us.
Yeah, the city of Denver, they're ready for the finals tonight.
They sure are. A portion of the street in front of the City Hall in Denver has now been renamed Nuggets Way. Take a look. There's Rocky. A rally was held yesterday featuring the Nuggets mascot Rocky, the cheerleaders, and Denver Mayor Michael Hancock. The mayor says he expects our team to bring home the whole title.
I watched every game, every minute, every second of the finals. And I gotta tell you, they showed us so much grit, so much determination, so much maturity. So to the national media, forget y'all. Our Denver Nuggets are bringing home the championship. You don't have to give us credit. They're gonna earn the credit, right?
Yes, Katie, forget y'all. Mayor Hancock says City Hall is going to be lit up in Nuggets team colors throughout the duration of the NBA Finals, of course, until they win, Katie. We'll be right back with another look at your weather.
KKTV 11 News, your breaking weather leader with your certified most accurate forecast. Here's meteorologist Sydney Jackson.
Well, throughout the rest of the morning, it's looking like we are going to be dry across southern Colorado, warming on up into the 70s for many by around lunchtime. We will see storm chances return for today, mainly west of I-25 around 12 o'clock today. So it's looking like we should stay dry throughout the rest of Air Force Academy graduation, or just starting right now. But throughout the rest of the morning into this afternoon, it's looking like we're going to stay dry. Around 2 or 3 o'clock, that's when we could see a few spotty showers and storms around. We're not expecting any severe weather for today, and not everyone may even see a storm. Just know that that chance will be around for us throughout the afternoon and into the evening hours. So look here around dinner time, mainly out east. We're looking at a few showers and storms ahead for us. For everyone else, we should be dry later on tonight by around sunset. Highs for today will be a little bit cooler. For Colorado Springs, we're back to the low 70s, upper 70s for Pueblo. Out across eastern plains, we have 70s and 80s ahead, 70s for Canyon City. 60s for Woodland Park. Now tomorrow we do have some more storm chances ahead for us. Another day of spotty storms around, really, where you may not get a storm in your neighborhood, but by lunchtime still many of us will be dry for our Friday. Similar timing here again around 2, 3 o'clock. That's when we could see a few showers and storms around. Wrapping up for many by around dinner time on Friday. But over this weekend, we do have more storm chances ahead for us. They're looking a little bit more likely for us Saturday, Sunday, and into the beginning of next week. We're cooling things down over the weekend too, back to the 60s. So get ready for some cooler days ahead for us. Maybe have those indoor plans ready to go over the weekend with those storms on the way. Pueblo, Canyon City, plan on storms over the weekend. Woodland Park, we're back to the 50s over the weekend with those storms around. We'll be back after the break.
Welcome back. The Air Force Academy graduation is underway right now. We want to go back live to Falcon Field.
Yeah, it was scheduled to start at 9:30. Now it's 9:47 and we're playing the waiting game right now. But for those of you who want to watch it in its entirety, can't say this enough because we always have callers. KKTV.com, it's our top story. Click it, give it a play. And Katie, we just got some updated stats.
I know, Tony and I love these fun facts that we're getting. We just got this into our newsroom. They now say 921 cadets will be graduating from the Air Force Academy today.
Now, I like looking, they even include things like the average ACT score for these cadets. And in English, they're really good at English, 31.5, reading 31.6, math 31.3, science and reasoning 30.7. I mean, we're talking an average of 30 across the board for these cadets.
That's amazing. And I love to see this too. The second child graduates.
We got some movement going on, Katie.
There we
got some movement.
We have cadets going onto the field now, but I will give you this fact. Second child graduates, 54 of them are the second kid in their family to be graduating from the Air Force Academy. Congrats to those.
I'm loving these facts. I hope you guys at home are too. When it comes down to it, even more of a breakdown. As far as Air Force, we've got 419 men who are going in the Air Force, 93 Space Force. That's their assignments as of the 24th of April, so pretty recent. But again, we just want to kind of enjoy this live look inside Falcon Stadium right now.
The cadets are walking onto the field. President Joe Biden will be taking the stage at any moment to give the commencement speech. And then, as you know from years past, they will read each name from each of the cadets as they walk across that stage. What a big day.
Then the big Thunderbird show. And I got to say it again, be aware, traffic, I-25. It's going to be messy.
It will be. All right, we'll be back right after this and then we'll check in again.
Watch for a few showers and storms this afternoon and evening. We're not expecting any severe weather, and these storms will be pretty much hit or miss throughout the afternoon. Friday, we have more storm chances ahead for us, but those chances really pick up over the weekend. Back to the 60s this weekend. It's going to feel a bit cooler around here. Tony.
Thanks so much, Sydney. Let's listen in live to the Air Force Academy graduation ceremony taking place right now.
You can see a lot of it is getting underway right now. The cadets are walking up to the stage. President Biden will be taking the stage any moment. We haven't seen him come out of the limo yet, but we know that he is at Falcon Field now.
The most common question after they're cadets, what do they become when they graduate? Second lieutenants. So congrats to all of these cadets. More than 900 of them. Such a special day. We got team coverage, Katie.
We do. And the weather, it just looks beautiful there. Not too hot, not too cold for the packed field there. And this is one of the biggest ceremonies that we've had since the pandemic. So.
And one last reminder, it is streaming live right now at KKTV.com. So if you want to keep watching, hit up our website, hit up our Facebook page. Thanks so much for joining us.
I'll see you back here for 11 News at noon.